Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is a 956 Rome Total War Brotherhood game that I've put onto YouTube. Just to say, this is a rematch battle, okay? The team that we're playing has just beaten us in the battle before, and so, as I say, it's a rematch there, and we're hoping to beat them this time, but they're hoping to get two victories over us, and of course we're hoping just to get one all here if we can win. Just to say, this is a very unusual battle because it's a Brotherhood team versus a completely non-Brotherhood team, so it's unusual. So this map here is quite interesting. You'll see that this is a very good defensive position here for Team 2. Okay, just to show you here, I think we looked at this map before, but just to look at it again, you can see you can't attack up through there because that rock formation there doesn't allow you to move up through it. And if you need to attack that position, look, you need to attack uphill there, as you can see. And if you look at the other side of that rock formation, you'll see it's also uphill as well. So that's a very good defensive position there if Team 2 wants to set up there. Or, of course, you've got the big open plains here if you want to fight out in the open. And if you look closely at the map, you'll see this is a very undulating ground map as well. So tactical ground movement can be very important in this battle. And I think you're going to find this a really exciting, cracking battle. Okay, our first teammate is a Brotherhood member, Mars. Now, Mars has got 14 infantry and 6 cavalry. It's not quite the bog standard 31k Roman army, but as I say, I'll show you that why that is, and that's because Mars has incorporated a morale boosting unit there, the Eagle unit, and his general unit as well. So he's got two lots of morale going on with his infantry, and I'm thinking cavalry probably just gold shield, gold attack for his cavalry there. So it'll be interesting to see how well Mars does with that army. Our next teammate is a Brotherhood member of Fesen. Now Fesen's got 18 infantry, okay, no cavalry, 18 infantry. This is a no archer, no slinger battle, by the way. And if you notice there, you'll see that his Sacred Band Spearmen have got 8 upgrades on, 2 experienced stripes, gold shield, gold attack. We know the Sacred Band Spearmen are really tough units there, and with 8 upgrades on, that makes them kind of super tough, if you like there. As you can see, all his Sacred Band units have got 8 upgrades on there, but he's got 2 cheap units there. You'll see there are those units there. The Iberian infantry. Now I'm guessing he's going to put those in front of his battle formation as pilot shield units, but as you can see, no cavalry. Okay, so he's got no cavalry in his Carthage army at all. Okay, our next teammate is someone who's called himself Trump Trainer, but is in fact Scorpion King SR. Now he's got 10 cavalry, 3 infantry, and 3 peasants. Okay, quick look at the upgrades on his cavalry. I think if I remember correctly, they were, yeah, fully upgraded. 3 experienced stripes, gold shield, gold attack. Okay, we call these guys the tanks of the ancient world because they're armored from head to toe, and used properly, they can be battle-winning troops. So there you are, that's his cavalry there, and he's got the Eastern infantry here. Now once again, those of you that watch our battle videos regularly will know that they call these the pajama people, because many years ago it looked to people like they just got out of bed in their pajamas, grabbed their shield and their spear and went into battle. So the Eastern infantry, always known as the pajama people, but they are very poor. No matter what upgrades you put on them, they just don't cut it on the 31k battlefield. There, and then you've got his peasants there. I'm guessing he's going to use those to soak up enemy pilers. There, they can be useful for that as long as they stand their ground. So that's Scorpion King's Parthian army there. And our last teammate is myself, Spartan Commander. Has got his very old Greek cities army of 13 Spartans. That's it. Remember, this is a no archer, no slinger battle. So we've got a diverse team there. Rome with Mars, Carthage with Fesen. There, Parthia with Scorpion King, and myself with Greek cities. As I say, this is a rare battle because it's a BH team versus a non-BH team. And here is the other team. We have Orcs Surena there. Now Surena has got 14 infantry and 6 cavalry. The bog standard 31k Roman army there, except for an Eagle unit as part of the pilot shield units there. Okay, notice that classic wide battle formation there. And as I say, that's the bog standard 31k Roman army, except for the Eagle unit. Quick look at the upgrades. I'm thinking, yeah, just gold shield, gold attack on the cavalry there. So that'll be a tried and tested Surena Roman army. Their next teammate is RTW player Legion 22. Now he's got 14 infantry and 5 cavalry. Nice to see Legion 22 back on RTW. A lot of veterans will remember him. Very good player there. And there you are, that's his army there. Looks pretty effective. Their next teammate is GoTW Romex. Now Romex has got 14 chosen swordsmen and 6 chariots. Okay, 14 chosen swordsmen and 6 chariots there. He's got no druid unit or anything like that for extra morale. And if you notice here, you'll see that his chosen swordsmen have only got gold shield, gold attack on in that first line, and then he's got 7 upgrades on the second line there, and experienced stripe, gold shield, gold attack there. Okay, so he's got kind of mixed upgrades within his chosen swordsman. And remember, these guys have got excellent morale like urban cohorts, and used correctly with the right upgrades on, as we've seen in other battle videos, they can be very powerful. He's also here, he's gone for the barbarian warlord chariots. Now remember that these chariots have got 5 hit points, okay? And also, when they rout, they just leave the battlefield like any other unit. They don't run amok. As we know, most other chariots, they run amok and start killing friend and foe alike. Well, when these guys get routed, as I say, they just leave the battlefield like any other unit. And pound for pound, with their 5 hit points, reckoned to be the best chariots in the game. So that's an interesting Britannia army there. And their last teammate is old RTW player Magnus. Now he's an ex-player that's recently come back to Rome Total War and is starting to enjoy it again. Now he's got 12 pikes and 6 cavalry. But there's something interesting I want to show you about this this army here. Okay, now unusually, if you notice his pikes, look at the upgrades on his pike. Just 6 upgrades. That's gold shield, gold attack, no experience. And this unit here, look, has only got 4 upgrades on. Okay, no experience stripes at all. And if we look at the secondary army here as well, you'll see just gold shield, gold attack there on the secondary army as well. Now we know Macedon morale is not very good, so they really do need at least 1 experience stripe. But remember, the optimum royal pikeman upgrades are 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. So just to have gold shield, gold attack on these units, I would suggest is very unusual, as we know their morale is not very good, and those experience stripes really do help with their morale. Okay, which tells me I think he spent his money on his cavalry. Let's have a look. Oh my gosh, count the upgrades on his cavalry there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fully upgraded companion cavalry there. Okay, now those of you that like statistics might like to know that each one of those units cost 2,008 denarii. Okay, so each one of those units, 2,008 denarii. So for the combined money on those 6 cavalry units, that comes to 12,048 denarii. So those cavalry are 12,048 denarii. That's how much it's cost him. And the only reason I'm telling you that is because I'd like you to watch this cavalry during the course of the battle and see if he gets value for money from those cavalry units. Okay, that's the reason I'm telling you about that. So he spent 12,048 denarii on his cavalry alone, fully upgraded. But let's see during the course of the battle if he gets good value for money for them. So that's that Macedonian army, and it'll be interesting to see how well he does with them. And as I say, with those fully upgraded companion cavalry, make no mistake, they are a serious cavalry. Okay, at this stage of the battle, I thought we'd have a look at some formations here, just for something a bit interesting and unusual. Can you see how Magnus there has set out his 2 Macedonian armies there? They look quite effective, very flexible, I would think, as well, with using 2 armies. So that's pretty good. And let's have a look at Fesen's. This is his faction of choice now, Carthage. If you notice here, he's got double banked infantry at the front of his battle formation there. That's very strong there. If the enemy come around the flanks, He's got protection there around the flanks. Look, 8 upgrades, remember, on those Carthaginians. Okay, he's got those 2 cheap units there, which I'm sure he could put in front of his main battle line there as pilot shield units. Okay, and also if the enemy get in behind that battle formation, he's got those 3 or 4 units, including the general, that he can actually turn to face the threat of any units coming in behind. So that's quite a sophisticated and modern battle formation there, which I think you found quite interesting there, as you can see. So that's 2 formations there I think you'll find quite interesting. Now I'm going to take you on a time warp, okay, back to 2005, 2006, maybe 18 or 19 years ago. Okay, please don't laugh. All right, I'm going to take you back, as I say, it's a time warp till about 18 or 19 years ago, and I'm just going to show you a bog standard, old school, old-fashioned battle formation there. Okay, we just call that a block formation. No sophistication, nothing modern about this at all. You know that armies and battle formations have evolved over the last 18 or 19 years to be very effective and very efficient. Well, this is a battle formation that I was using probably 18 or 19 years ago, just a standard block formation. But can an old school, old-fashioned battle formation still perform in 2025? As I say, this was used back in 2005, 2006. Can it still be effective? Okay, at this stage of the battle, I want to show you something that could be quite relevant, especially towards the end of the battle, and that's a cavalry count on both teams. Okay, so you can see that Surena's got 6 cavalry there. Okay, and you can see that Legion 22's got 5 cavalry, so that's 11 cavalry there. Okay, and then Romex has got 6 chariots, so that's 17 cavalry and chariots so far. Okay, and then Macedon has got 6 cavalry as well, so they've got 23 mixture of cavalry and chariots. Okay, 23, please remember that. So that's 23 mixture of chariots and cavalry on their team. And on our team, you can see Mars has got 6 cavalry. Fesen and myself have got no cavalry at all. And of course Parthia, with the new rules of 10 cavalry max, has got 10 cavalry. So we've got 16 cavalry, okay, and they've got 23 mixture of chariots and cavalry. The only reason I'm showing you this is because maybe later on in the battle that could prove to be very useful for the other team. Okay, just have to watch and see. Okay, at this very, very early stage of the battle, the team has decided that we're going to fight over on the right flank. Now, as I say, this is a very undulating ground map, but over on the right flank, the ground is more even. Now, if you notice here, I've set my army a long way back in my setup area there to try and avoid any interception by enemy troops there. Okay, that's why I've set back so far, and I'm going to run over to that right flank there. And just to say once again, this is a very, very rare battle. A Brotherhood team, an all-Brotherhood team, facing a non-Brotherhood team. And make no mistake, that other team that we're facing there, as I said earlier, they've beaten us in the last game, and they are really experienced, battle-hardened RTW generals. So, as I say, this has got the potential to be an absolute cracking battle. And of course, they want to beat us twice in a row, and we want to try and make it 1-1. So we just have to see what happens there. Okay, so over here you'll see that Fesen is set up there. You can see Scorpion King has brought his Parthians across, and of course you've got Mars' Julii infantry. Look how far away my Greek cities are. I'm going to run over as fast as I can. Now I know that Scorpion King, we all know Scorpion King's always got his finger on the trigger, so aggressive, so attacking. But I did shout to the team that please wait for me, and I'll need a rest when I get over to the other side as well. You'll see the enemy team are formed up on the higher ground there. See the Britannia troops, and you can see the enemy Scipii Roman army there looking to form up on the higher part of the ground as well. As I say, you can see the way that Scorpion King's moving his cavalry around. You can almost feel the aggressive attacking feelings from him there, can't you? And here you'll see that Romex has brought his chariots out here. You'll see during the course of this battle some good use of Britannia chariots by Romex. Let's pause the game for a second here. So I just wanted to show you this defensive, Macedonian defensive formation here. Can you see how he's set up and he's triple banked? Can you see how he's triple banked that defensive formation there? I mean, that is incredibly difficult for us to try and break through. A triple bank of Macedonian pikes. Maybe our Carthage ally might be able to, but uphill as well, I would suggest that would be very, very difficult, especially with allies throwing pilers into our troops as well. So that is a solid defensive triple banked Macedonian battle formation there. And as I say, I'm all the way over there trying to run over to that right flank with my old-fashioned, old-school box formation there, which some of you might laugh at a little bit. But here you can see Mars, great bit of teamwork here, covering and escorting my infantry over to the other flank, making sure there's no lightning attacks onto my Spartans there. So as I say, nice bit of teamwork there by Mars. And as I say, I'm trying to get over to the other flank as fast as I can, but of course, running over there, my troops will be tired, so I will need to rest them. And as I say, you'll see a good use of Britannia chariots during the course of this battle. Okay, at this stage of the battle, you'll see Mars moving his July army towards the enemy troops, and here you'll see Surena has come over from the other flank and is moving his infantry possibly up to that higher ground as well as his allies there. Okay, as I say, you can see Mars move his Julii infantry forward, but I can see the enemy Scipii army moving towards him, and it wouldn't surprise me if Mars backed his Julii army off. Notice no pilot shield unit in front of Mars's army, and there you are. You can see that he's now backing his army off. As I say, he had no pilot shield in front of his army, and he could have suffered a lot of casualties from Scipii pilots there. And as I say, you can see Surena's army now deploying on the higher part of the ground there. So as I say, here you can see the enemy have really set up well on the higher ground on this map. So it's going to be a real challenge for us, as you can see. And this defensive formation here, battle formation here, I mean, that is really solid. Those Macedonians, those triple banked Macedonian pikes and the Scipii infantry integrated in with those pikes, going to make that incredibly difficult. So there's no way that we're going to attack head on there, of course. We're going to have to be very tactical and strategic here. Can you see where we might actually think about attacking? Okay, so here you can see Mars's units there. As I say, he may well be preparing to throw some pilers into those Macedonian units, but with no pilot shield in front of his infantry, he could suffer a lot of casualties from the enemy Scipii troops, which are on the higher ground, so their pilers would go further and do more damage. But there's absolutely no chance of us attacking them head on. So, just to give you a heads up on this, you can see those chariots there of Romex. Very good tactically positioned there, but what we're looking to do here, just to give you a heads up, is to try and flank the enemy team and come round here, okay, and try and get on the higher ground. Now this is a very solid defensive formation of the enemy, but we think it's pretty static. We think it's going to take take a long time to move that. So really for us, speed is the essence here. You'll see us really trying to move fast round to that right flank when we decide to move. Here is a unit going into Testudo. For those of you who haven't seen a unit go into Testudo, this is a real formation used by the Romans back in the day. If you look at it, you'll see it gives real protection all the way round there for the troops from any missiles there. A really good formation that, as I say, the Romans really used to use back in the day there. But as I say, speed is the essence for us now, and we're looking to flank them and get round behind them and maybe getting onto the higher ground. Right. Okay, so let's pause again for a second. So there's those 6 Macedonian fully upgraded companion cavalry worth 12,048 denarii. Remember I said keep an eye on this cavalry? Okay. And as I say, here you can see we're thinking that the enemy team are going to be a bit slow to react, so we've got to move fast here. Okay, so that's why we're coming around this right flank here. But just watch that fully upgraded Macedonian cavalry. Remember, for all those units, 12,048 denarii. Okay, and I'd just like you to watch them there. And I would think that maybe the Macedonian general is really confident with fully upgraded companion cavalry. But as I say, can you see how it's clear to everybody that we're looking to move around the right flank here? And to me, the enemy team, no disrespect here, is a little bit slow in reacting. If you notice there, as I say, speed is the essence for us here. We need to get up round that flank and get onto the higher ground. Right, as I say, just watch that companion Macedonian cavalry there. Okay, and I'm going to do a count in a second. You'll see why. But there's that Macedonian cavalry there with the downhill. Okay, you can see that downslope, downhill advantage there. Remember, that's a bonus that they'll get with the downhill bonus that they're going to get there. Okay, so just watch those fully upgraded Macedonian cavalry in a second. You can see Mars has got his cavalry there as well, with Scorpion King's fully upgraded cataphracts. Okay, so there's the companion cavalry going in. Get ready for this, and bang! Okay, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. There you can see, I'm just counting there, you can see that companion cavalry charging there. Now he may well be waiting for his allies to charge their cavalry in as well. Do you see what I mean? He may well have anticipated that they would charge in, maybe chariots as well. Okay, but here you can see that Scorpion King has alt attack there. Can you see his cavalry are using their effective against armor maces? And they are very effective against heavily armored troops. And you'll see that the Macedonian general has alt attacked as well, because he is, you can see they're using heavy swords as well. Okay, so the count's got to 6, I think, so far, isn't it? Okay, we've got to 6 there. All right, 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and 11 and 12 and 13 and 14 and 15 and 16. Right, 16 seconds, and all those Macedonian fully upgraded companion cavalry that cost 12,048 denarii have now been routed. Okay, 16 seconds there. So that's a lot of money to lose in 16 seconds, isn't it? And as I say, you can see us really moving around to the right flank here to get onto the slightly higher ground there, if you notice there. Okay, can you see that is higher ground, and that's where we're moving to there. But the enemy seems to be a little bit slow in kind of blocking us from getting onto that higher ground. I don't know what you think. Please put your thoughts in the comments there. But maybe the infantry and cavalry could move up there to block us from going round, possibly. But as I say, the Macedonians there, the Macedonian pikes there, I thought a little bit slow at reacting as well. I think they were really concentrating there on and hoping we were going to attack them head on there. But as you can see, we're not. We're trying to move around that right flank. And as I say, for our team, it was speed is the essence there to get up round there. And you can see that we've done that now. Our Parthian allies got his cavalry above the enemy troops now. And I think this is a good tactical move for us. You can see my Spartans there moving up there. You can see the Carthaginians moving around there. As I say, all our Parthian allies up there. You can see there that we're moving right up onto that higher ground. There you can see. And now we can get above the enemy troops and take advantage of that slightly higher ground there. So that's good news for us. And as I say, you can see I'm really running my Spartans as fast as I can to get it round to that right flank as well. But that could be a mistake by me. Can you see? I'm moving my Spartans away from my Julii ally. Now, can you think of a danger? If you look around the battlefield, can you think of a danger that my Julii ally could be in with both Fesen and myself moving our spears away? Right, here it comes. Here comes the chariots, and bang! As those Britannia chariots smash into poor old Mars's Julii infantry. And now you can see the Britannia and Scipii infantry pouring in to Mars's red Julii army. Right, I need to turn my battle formation round, no longer going round to the right, and I need to integrate my Spartans with Mars's red Julii infantry as fast as I can. Otherwise, I can see the whole of Mars's army being routed here. You see there, as I move my infantry back in there, I need to be fast, and as I say, integrate my Spartans there with Mars's red Julii infantry. Right, let's pause again for a second. Can you see here that Legion 22 was going to smash Mars' Red Julia army with his cavalry. But can you see how I positioned my Spartans? I've blocked that cavalry hit going into Mars there. Can you see how I blocked that? Make no mistake, Legion was going to smash Mars' infantry with that cavalry, but where I positioned my Spartans has kind of blocked that cavalry charge. But all these enemy troops, make no mistake, are coming in to try and take out Mars. That must have been their battle tactics there. Now Fesen and Scorpion King are on the higher ground. There's the B army of the Macedonians there, possibly trying to get onto higher ground as well. There's some more chariots up there as well. But what my allies is going to do now, I presume, is pour down the hill into the rear of the enemy troops there. Okay? And hopefully myself and Mars will be able to hold on here against this massive enemy attack that's coming in on us. You can see the Britannia chosen swordsman there. You can see my Spartans fighting them there. Tough battle there going on. And you can see our Parthian ally looking to bring his cavalry possibly around the flank of the engaged enemy troops. You can see there he's charging his Parthian cavalry into those Scipii troops there, but he's being countered by chariots. Pause the game for a second there. This is a nice defense there by the Macedonian general, stopping us, stopping reinforcements for getting to us quickly by that one Macedonian pike there. You can see here that Mars' troops are starting to crack. Oh my gosh, Mars' general has been routed as well, so he's lost his general morale bonus there. So you can see that was a massive enemy attack on Mars' infantry. But here you can see Mars has got his cavalry locked and loaded, and you can see our Parthian ally Scorpion King there moving his cavalry round the flank, trying to smash it into the enemy troops. Now remember, we looked at the cavalry and chariot count of the other team, 23, and we've only got 16 cavalry. So what Fesen's going to do there, is he going to attack down there, or is he going to attack the Macedonians on the higher ground? We'll just have to wait and see. Okay, but here, as I say, just look at the enemy numbers pushing in on poor old Mars' Red Julia army there. There you go, that's Mars' general has just actually been killed. The unit was routed there, but he's just been killed there. Right, there goes his cavalry going in there. Bang! As he smashes on the downslope advantage there as well. He's got the downslope bonuses, and bang! As he smashes in there. Nice hit there by Mars' cavalry, but you can see the enemy are counter-attacking. The SBQR cavalry are counter-attacking there, and you can see Scorpion King throwing his Parthian cavalry in as well. Oh my gosh! Just look at the massive cavalry hits going in there on our left flank. Okay, let's just pause the game for a second there. So here you can see Parthian cavalry, you can see the enemy SBQR cavalry have counter-attacked. I can see a lot of Britannia infantry have been routed. You can see Scorpion Kings, as I say, Parthian cavalry there. You can see Mars' infantry and cavalry there as well. Now, just to give you a heads up, what I'm going to do with my Spartans, I'm going to smash straight into that Scipii army in front of me, and I'm going to try and punch a hole through the Scipii and SBQR infantry there with my Spartans. Okay, just to give you a heads up on that, that's what I'm going to try and do. Here you can see Fesen fighting those Macedonian pikes, and I can see those Macedonian pikes possibly coming down the slope and engaging Fesen's Carthage infantry there. Okay, but oh my gosh, there is a heck of a lot going on here, and you can see Mars is pulling his cavalry back to lock and load it, but you can see Parthian cavalry there of Scorpion Kings still engaging the enemy troops, chasing down the routers there. I see that's what Scorpion King's doing. So as I say, Mars and Scorpion King on our left flank doing extremely well. And you can see that Mars has still got a bit of infantry left there, still quite a bit of infantry left there. I think the enemy, as I say, were thinking to take them out. As I say, you can see my Spartans now. Just to give you a heads up, what I'm just going to try and do is just advance, and try and punch a hole through the enemy Scipii and SBQR infantry. Okay, that's what I'm going to do, try and engage, pin and hold them. As I say, Fesen there is fighting the Macedonians there with his sacred bad units. Remember, those Macedonian pikes have only got gold shield, gold attack on, so not very well upgraded at all. And as I say, you can see here Scorpion King's Parthian cavalry there charging in, and as I say, you can see a lot of enemy troops have been routed at this stage, so that's good news for us. And as I say, you can see my Spartans penetrating the enemy Scipii infantry there. As I say, I'm going to try and punch a hole through them, but also pin and hold as many units as I can, which hopefully will give my teammates you know, a bit of an advantage around the battlefield if I'm pinning and holding loads of enemy troops there. Here's that Julii cavalry charging in again of Mars's. Look, bang! As it smashes into the enemy troops. You got Scorpion Kings, Parthian cavalry there, fully upgraded. Cataphracts there, locked and loaded. Make no mistake, he's looking to smash into the flank of those enemy infantry there as I try and advance into the enemy Roman troops. Right, let's pause the game for a second here. So as I say here, I've got troops, enemy troops are going to try and overlap the flank of my infantry, so I'm going to make sure I put units facing both flanks there to neutralize any attack, but the bulk of my force I'm taking forward. Okay, so the bulk of my Spartans I'm moving forward, try and take out that Scipii general there, but make no mistakes, I've got other units facing the flanks there. And just say I'd like to take the Eagle unit out and the general unit of the Scipii army in front of me there, take those two bonuses away, and then fight on through and try and get to that SPQR general if I can. Make no mistake, I'm trying to punch a massive hole through the enemy line. You can see Fesen here got a couple of Carthage units in behind me to stop any units maybe coming round behind me there, and you can see his Carthage army looking to face, the majority of his Carthage army looking to face the enemy Macedonian pikes there. Okay, so as I say, a lot going on here, but just look at these Parthian cataphracts. Make no mistake, they're ready to lock and load and fire, and you can see that the red Julii troops of Mars are ready to smash the enemy as well there. Oh my gosh. It's all locked and loaded there. There you are, you can see Mars's cavalry back right there. You already can see the Parthian cavalry, part of it going in there, and bang! And then you can see the Julii cavalry of Mars is coming down there as well, going to hit the enemy troops. Bang! And then the other Parthian cavalry smashing there as well, like a bang! Oh my gosh, what a great combination hit there by Mars and Scorpion King with their cavalry smashing in to the enemy infantry. Right, you can see some Britannia chariots coming over here. That could well counter Mars's and Scorpion King's cavalry there. But what a great combination hit there by Mars's Red Julii cavalry and the Parthian cavalry of Scorpion King. Really nice hit there. As I say, my Spartans there, I'm still trying to kill that Scipii general there. I think I've routed the Eagle unit that I was trying to kill there. Yeah, the Eagle unit's been routed. Don't forget, I've got units fighting right and fighting left, but I'm taking the bulk of my Spartans right through the center of the enemy team. Here you can see those Macedonian pikes have set up. Whether they're going to try and come in behind me, I don't know. But here you can see the Carthage general there facing the Macedonian troops there. And he's got some spare Carthage troops there, which he may charge into those Macedonian pikes, or he may well go and attack those Macedonian units as well. So you can see that there. And as I say, my Spartans there really making inroads into the enemy Scipii infantry. And just look at the Parthian and Julii infantry there charging in. Oh my gosh, just look at that. Really well done to Mars and Scorpion King there. And as I say there, you can see the chariots attacking the Parthian cavalry. You'll see that Mars has brought his cavalry back to lock and load it, ready to charge in again. And those Parthian cavalry of Scorpion Kings are using their effective against armor maces, doing really well. There goes the Julii cavalry charging in again, and bang! And it smashes in there. I see the Julii infantry has taken out the Britannia general as well, so we've taken the morale bonus away there by taking the general out. But as I say, you can see our Carthage ally there still engaging the Macedonian pikes there. And you can see my Spartans moving for, oh my gosh, so that Scorpion King's general, Parthian general, has just been taken out by the enemy troops there. Okay, so over here you'll see, as I say, I've managed to rout both the Scipii Eagle unit and the Scipii general. And what I'm trying to do now is just keep pressing ahead there, trying to get to that SPQR general there. Okay, I've got units here fighting those Scipii troops that were trying to get in behind me. Fesen is doing a great job there at watching my rear against those Scipii troops as well. But as I say, the bulk of my Spartans I'm taking forward to try and kill the SBQR general. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do. Take the morale bonus away from the enemy troops there by doing that. But as I say, Scorpion King here looks like he could be fighting down to the last man there against the enemy troops there. You can see that there, you can see him fighting there. And you can see Mars' Red Julii infantry. Now you can see here that Mars has not got a lot of cavalry left. Very, very battle damaged cavalry. There. And you can see my Spartans are making inroads into the enemy troops there, but you can see a lot of enemy troops pressing in on my Spartans there. And here comes the Julii cavalry. They're going to smash into the enemy there. Look. Bang! As they smash in there. And you can see Scipii cavalry of Legion 22. Nice move by him. He's only got battle damaged cavalry there, look. But he's taken them round the flank of our troops, got on the higher ground, and then used the downhill bonus and smashed into the back of that Carthage unit of Fesens. Now he may well be looking to smash into the back of my Spartans with those cavalry units as well. But as I say, Mars here is doing really well, and Scorpion King is doing really well on the flank here against the enemy troops. And as I say, here you can see Fesen fighting the Macedonian troops, but he needs to be careful. Looks like a couple of Macedonian troops units are coming in behind him there. And meanwhile, on the higher ground, you can see he's doing well against those Macedonian pikes, getting a unit in behind those Macedonian pikes there, the general unit there. So well done to him there. But over here, you can see we're really pressing into the enemy team there. My Spartans have been fighting for a long time now, so it wouldn't surprise me if they're at least winded, maybe even tired. And you can see there a lot of enemy SBQ troops coming in. Oh my god. Right, that's my Greek city's general. It's just been killed, and that was my fault for putting him in a position where he could get attacked like that. You can see that Scipii cavalry coming down from Legion 22 again, smashed into the back of that Carthage unit. And here you can see Mars using his battle-damaged Red Julii cavalry to smash into the back of the SBQR infantry in a hammer and anvil attack. My Spartans being the anvil and his battle-damaged cavalry being the hammer there. Okay, let's just pause the game for a second here. So, let's say you can see my Spartans there engaging the enemy Scipio troops that are left, and you can see the rest of my units pushing forward, trying to kill that SBQR general. You can see the Red Julio troops of Mars pressing in as well. Okay, now I think if I remember correctly, Scorpion King might just have one cavalryman left. If I remember correctly, yeah, there he is. Just one cavalryman left out of his entire unit. And look at that one cavalryman there fighting to the death against SBQR infantry. He's been fighting for a long time there, and he's just been taken out. Right, so that is now all the Parthian cavalry have now been taken out of Scorpion Kings. Okay, see that Red Julii cavalry there, very battle damage, smashing into the back, bang, into the back of enemy troops there, bang, hammer and anvil attack. As I say, my infantry being the anvil and the cavalry being the hammer. Here comes that Scipii cavalry of Legion 22, bang, as he smashes into the back of Mars' Red Julii units there. Remember, Mars' units been fighting for a long time, so they're going to be tired there, and they're already battle damaged, and that cavalry just routed a couple of units there. Okay, so nice move there by Legion 22 with these cavalry units. Meanwhile, over here, you'll see that Surena, good teamwork there, has moved a couple of Roman units up there to help his Macedonian ally there against the Carthaginians. So nice bit of teamwork there by Surena against Fesen's Carthaginians there. You can see a lot of the Macedonian pike units have already been taken out there. And now you can see there we've just routed the SBQR general of Surena's there. So that's his general gone. So I think there's just one other SBQR unit that we're fighting there, or maybe there's a couple of SBQR units left that are trying to kill. Just killed Surena's general there. So what I was thinking here was maybe get my infantry up to try and help Fesen against those SBQR units there. But then look at this, these cavalry comes in there like a bang of Legion 22s there. Just took out a load of Mars's units there. So now I'm going to turn my Spartans there to try and help Mars against these cavalry units, because Mars nearly lost all of his remaining troops there to that cavalry hit. It wouldn't surprise me if Legion 22 took his cavalry up to the top there to try and help his SBQR ally. This is something I want to show you here. Really nice move here by Fesen with his Carthaginians surrounding those two SBQR units and coming in from all sides. I just wanted to show newer players to Rome Total War. This is a classic move on Rome Total War. You don't see it that often these days, but can you see there how Fesen has surrounded him and now slowly pressing in like a vice from all sides, pressing in on those two SBQR units and routed them there. So well done to Fesen, nice move there. But there goes the Scipii cavalry going to charge into that Carthaginian unit there like a bang as it smashes in there, but routed almost on impact there, those cavalry units did. So it looks like our team has managed to go on to win the battle there. It's quite a reasonably, I suppose, spread out battle here. You can see over here, there, just look at the dead on the hill here. You can see there loads of SBQR, Julii units, Parthian, Scipii units there. You could just see how intense the fighting was moving up the hill there. And over here, like, you could just see, as I say, the intensity of the fighting there. Loads of cataphracts there. You can see those Parthian cataphracts there. And if you notice there, I think Mars has got 5 battle damaged units left. What's that? 1 man in that unit, is it? 1 man left in that unit. And you can see very, very few in the other units there as well. Very, very battle damaged units there. And I think, if I remember correctly, all of Scorpion King's army has been completely taken out. Okay, so all of Scorpion King's army has been taken out there after a fierce fight. And there you are, you can see there that, as I say, our team has managed to go on to win the battle there. So well done to Fesen. I thought he handled the Macedonians really well there. Good tactical moves by him as well. So well done to Fesen there with Carthage, which is now, I believe, his faction of choice. He's really persevered with Carthage there, and it really is his faction of choice. Okay, so the first thing I'd like to say is really well played to everybody in the game there. So really well done, and we've managed to even it up as a clear victory. So that's 1 game each for our teams. So all honours are satisfied there. And the highest kills in the game goes to Brotherhood member Mars. Really well done to Mars. Got some good kills there with his Julii army. So well done to him. And as I say, a very rare battle. So you got Magnus there. He'll be a bit disappointed he got less than 1,000 kills, but I thought he played well with Macedon. Well done to GoTW Romex. Got over 1,000 kills with Britannia. Well done to Legion 22. He'll be a bit disappointed he got less than 1,000 kills. And well done to Surena. Got some good kills there with his SBQR army. So really well done, guys. My kills, yeah, I'm quite pleased with those kills. If you notice, I've got the smallest army on the battlefield there. Can you see? I got the smallest army, but managed to get the 2nd highest kills. So very pleased with that. Well done to Scorpion King. Got over 1,000 kills. So well done to him. Well done to Fesen, got some really good kills there with Carthage. And as I say, well done to Mars, highest kills in the game. So really well played to everybody there. Do you think that anybody had a faction advantage? If you look at the factions there, looks pretty even, I suppose. Maybe. Anyway, we play Rome Total War every Friday, Saturday and Sunday. We love to see you on Rome Total War. Hope you enjoyed this battle, and bye for now.